Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we have some NCAA basketball betting coverage for you. And joining me here, Ross Benjamin, our SBR contributor. Now, we're not going to cover a game in particular. Ross is actually going to fill us in on what the West region looks like and give us a projected winner in the regional final. Ross, again, as always, a pleasure to have you here. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Dax. I hope the same is for you.
Doing great, man. Can't complain. All right, man. So enlighten us on how this is looking like, man. I know that a lot has happened so far, and what else can you tell us about it?
Well, this region has played pretty much true to form, Dax, with the exception of number 6 seed Xavier getting to the Sweet 16. Speaking of Xavier, let's start with them. They started the tournament with an easy 76-7 win over number 11 seed Ole Miss in a game they absolutely dominated. And then they fended off number 14 seed Georgia State 75-76 to advance to these regional semifinals. Of course, they caught a break there. Although Georgia State was well deserving, they were also an upset winner over number 3 Baylor. And I think if you would have asked the Musketeers who they would rather face in round 3, they'd be an absolute liar if they said they would have rather faced Baylor, instead of Georgia State. So they find themselves in the Sweet 16 once again for the 7th time in school history. Then we'll look at the number 1 seed Wisconsin Badgers. They'll be making their 5th consecutive Sweet 16 appearance. The Badgers are winners of 8 in a row. They've gone 18-1 in their last 19 games. They had an easy time in their second round, 86-72 win over number 16 seed Coastal Carolina, and then fended off a very game number 8 seed Oregon Ducks team on Sunday, 72-65. You know what, Dex? In my opinion, Wisconsin's Bo Ryan is the most underrated head coach in all of college basketball, and he's definitely an X factor moving forward. Then we get to the number 2 seed Arizona Wildcats. They had no trouble in their first 2 games of the tournament, disposing of both number 15 seed Texas Southern, number 10 seed Ohio State, and they did so in decisive manner, and they've won 13 games in a row, and arguably right now they're playing the best compared to any of the other 16 teams that are still vying for a national title. And then finally, beware the Tar Heels. They're the real wild card of the 4 teams remaining in the West. This is a team that barely squeezed by number 13 seed Harvard, 67-65 in the second round, but they did follow that up with an impressive 87-78 win over the Arkansas Razorbacks. This is a Tar Heels team that's dynamic offensively. They average 77.9 points per game and shoot 47.6% from the floor this season. That's awfully good. They have some non-conference quality wins this season as well, over Davidson by 18, UCLA by 22, and UAB by 31. And those 3 teams, by the way, all reached the 3rd round of this year's NCAA tournament. I'm looking at a rematch of last season's West Regional Final, Dex, between Arizona and Wisconsin, although I don't think Wisconsin will have quite as easy a time with North Carolina as Arizona will versus Xavier. But you know what? I just love the experience, cohesiveness, and chemistry of Wisconsin. I know that Arizona is a tough team to fade right now, but the Badgers are my pick to come out of the West and reach the Final Four.
All right, a hell of a lot of information there, Ross. Thank you once again for all this, and I guess we'll be talking some more about the East very soon, right?
Yeah, well, I look forward to it, and we will definitely do so.
All right, good stuff, man. Thank you very much, Ross. And everyone else, don't forget to check back with us tomorrow again for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.